Hey, it's Jang here from UltimateRC.com with my thoughts on the Traxxas QR-1 on the left versus Hubsan X4 on the right debate. First off, be sure to hit the link in the video description to see the official response from a Traxxas rep about this whole issue. Secondly, don't call one of them a copy or clone of the other. The Hubsan was on the market months before the Traxxas, but I guarantee you Traxxas will never clone somebody else's product. There's very clearly a design and/or manufacturing link between these two nearly identical products. Even the ID code on the PCB is the same. The one in the QR-1 just has an additional sticker on it that says V1.14, surely a reference to firmware version number. As far as materials are concerned, the plastics feel and sound exactly the same between these two, and their weights are identical, at least to the nearest gram. Backing up a step though, just check out the packaging. Again, obviously a case of shared source, not copying. What's funny here is that these actually aren't the same molds. The Traxxas one has a little extra room in the upper left cubbyhole. That extra room is mostly to account for the larger size of the Traxxas charger. It's a dual battery charger compared to the single battery charger that came with the Hubsan. The batteries, as far as I can tell, are absolutely identical between the two, except that the Traxxas includes two. Traxxas also gives you a spare set of rotor blades, which you don't get with the X4. Controllers? One says Traxxas, the other one doesn't. The LCDs are the same, the menus are the same, materials are the same, the stick feel is the same. Once again, Traxxas goes one up in a small way though, putting a set of alkalines in the package for you. I'm not going to show a ton of flight footage in this video here because I've already published my full reviews of both of these craft as well as some extra bonus pure flight footage. But you may not notice in any of that footage what I was able to feel as the pilot. On the default low rates, the Traxxas is easier to fly. It's a little slower, a little smoother. Now you can actually adjust the dual rates on a channel by channel basis for each of these craft. It wasn't until after all of my testing was completed and my reviews of each of the craft were online that I actually took the time to check what the settings were from the factory. The QR-1's low rates are 45 on all channels, while the X4 has them all at 50. On high rates, the two actually agree. They're at 90. Helps to explain why I couldn't tell a difference between the two on high rates. Now I don't know if the rate settings are the only difference between the two. Even with them evened out, I still felt like the Traxxas was a little bit easier on the low rates, but it might have just been my imagination. Either way, the fact is the range of performance available from these two craft is very, very similar, but the Traxxas was set up better out of the box for folks who have less experience. In the final analysis from me, I'm sticking with what I said in my original QR-1 review. Nearly identical products. I really appreciate the dual battery charger that comes with the Traxxas, but as an experienced hobbyist, I still feel like I get a much better value with the thing on the right. I could almost get two full X4 RTF sets for the price of one QR-1. But as a single package, single purchase for someone who's not an experienced hobbyist, the Traxxas does have you better covered with the extra battery, the better charger, and maybe most importantly of all, the spare blades. The more conservative out-of-the-box setup is also a really good idea. So that's it. Those are my thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you next time.